Videodrome, directed by David Cronenberg, guy who made The Fly.
Yeah, I think
I don't really care for The Fly. I think these two are the only I've seen.
Yeah, this is gonna be my second one from him. I've only seen The Fly. Is this movie kind of like body horror too?
Yeah, this is body horror. David Cronenberg is body horror is his thing.
Good to know. Criterion, what will we do without you? Gee, what a throwback. Like old Universal.
Old Universal.
I'm sorry, Flim Plan? Oh, Film Plan.
Flim Plan. We're getting analog-y.
Don't you know anyone
I do like this opening shot a lot, though.
It's a big TV.
No, it's a big TV set. The actual screen is kind of small.
Oh, James Woods. Back when you were in some good movies. You were in a Sergio Leone movie the following year.
Looks like the guy's apartment from Pi.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Here, return some videotapes. He really is. Holy shit. I'm sorry. It's just like a black market porn deal. I swear to God if I called it. That's a cool looking set, though. Yeah, I called it. Take notes, fellas.
That's right. This movie takes place in Toronto.
Takes place in Toronto?
Yeah, because Cronenberg's Canadian.
We only got about 53 seconds, so keep your eyes.
That is a hilarious fact I never knew.
They've got an unscrambler scrambler.
What?
Too much use of scrambler.
I'm sorry, that is 600,000 volts. I was gonna fry. You keeping the light out of the way?
What is it, clay? Yeah.
He wants a good image of what he's seeing.
I was mesmerized.
And now, here it is, the Rita King
I can definitely see like the whole like analog horror. Thank you. I'm kind of seeing the roots of that in this.
Everything from softcore pornography to hardcore violence.
Straight to the point. Because it's fun, Jay.
Because it's so much fun, Jan. Get it?
Television screen has become the retina of the mind's eye.
All right, Shakespeare. No, that's more like a George Lucas line.
It's like at the Oscars when they introduce a category by saying something like, film is a medium.
Incredibly realistic. Where do they get actors who can do
What are your
this?
standards?
My sister.
Looks so creepy.
Says who?
What is that picture of Hitler on the wall?
Wait, what?
Did you not see that?
No.
It was like Hitler with like a swastika on his chest, and he's like, weird.
I like the lighting here, though. Are you freaky? Okay.
Okay, bro just got HIV.
Oh, that's cool.
They're on TV, they're on the street.
That's actually a good point. That's a funny thing. I remember there was like back in
I
the,
mentioned that before. How
like,
like crimes and like stuff you see on the news is a lot more violent than anything you would see on like TV.
You know, in Brazil, Central America.
We should go to Brazil.
no, we shouldn't.
Don't.
Yeah, this is not what I expected that to cut to. I'm gonna say, I feel like a topic like this should really be like kind of covered again in the film, modern day. Like, because the idea of like pornography and nudity and all that things was really kind of looked down upon back when it was like first kind of starting to become a thing. But for people, that was like organized in the past. It had like stuff like production companies and people like behind the scenes. But now people can just kind of like create like on their own. I think in some ways it's technically better, but at the same time, it's like some people would look at that and be like, "Damn, it's crazy." All it takes is one moron to go through that, to just go through the paywall, then the floodgates are just open. The sad part is like there's just so many sad stories to go with it, dude. You just always regret it. Like I prefer it over like the industry. In theory, it's just such a sad world, man.
That's like stories about like former sex workers or porn stars are always really interesting. They always have a lot of like really interesting stories to tell.
Professor Oblivion sends video letters all over the world.
I'm not sure there's such a thing as a video letter unless he tapes himself looking over it, which that'd just be kind of redundant. I like how he's just doing all this with that in the background.
Videodrome.
Say Videodrome one more time.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't expect him to be in a fucking like dancing costume. That's kind of funny.
That's freaky. Would you?
No.
You don't want to fuck the Betamax tape?
I had a brain tumor.
Good for him.
You're talking to the team. Oh, this is kind of cool, but it's also a little goofy. This is interesting. He wants to fuck his TV so bad. Hey, hello.
Whoa.
Our cynical would love this. Well, that's interesting. Well, that's cool. I got love he was probably making out with the helium balloon right there.
The Videodrome problem.
Okay.
It's fine when you say it every once in a while,
tape.
but like it shouldn't
Made
be like
thousands of
every
them,
couple
sometimes 3 or 4 a
sentences.
day.
It's like of all that
I helped
jazz. It was like,
create
oh, I'm
Videodrome.
dying of all that jazz. It's just the tape is like the gateway to the war. It's not the whole. What the fuck?
Would you?
I'm not fucking his stomach.
Oh, man.
That is a very good effect, though. That is cool. You know, it's weird. This is kind of like a bit like The Substance, in the sense that, well, in the sense that not that you're cloning yourself. It's the fact that once you get exposed to something, you're kind of stuck in this new world.
Yeah.
And it's made, and like, unlike The Substance, we don't know who made The Substance, but it's this other like worldly corporate body that makes these things. And if you don't understand like the side effects or consequences, you're just kind of fucked a little bit. I wouldn't mind seeing like an analog board take on this story though.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the rights to it would be that expensive. There's nothing wrong with being freaky.
I feel like I'm playing like an Atari game. This feels like slightly lynchy too, which I love.
It is a little lynchy.
But why would anybody watch?
See, that's an interesting question. I do like that Cronenberg was a little ahead of his time with this, I think. I will say they didn't really answer the question like why he was interested in Videodrome in the first place. So it almost feels like this movie's like saying that like the stuff we see, well, like shows like the violence, the darker parts of media, like it's part of us. It's why it's there.
Oh, the first person to color.
Yeah, actually. He's gonna get murdered brutally any second now, isn't he?
I need more freaky movies.
Being freaky like this.
I need more freaky things in my life.
See you in Pittsburgh.
What the fuck was that?
Bro had to come on a set for like probably a few days only for him just to carry 2 boxes across the screen. Something hilarious is about to happen here. Shoot the guy! This is very good effects though.
What, no security at a convention?
This movie's kind of turned a little bit into like They Live a little bit.
That's what I was thinking. Long live the new flesh.
Long live the new flesh.
The end.
That was a very good movie.
That's a really fun movie.
I like what it has to say a lot about like media and more like desensitizing the masses like kind of looks like. It's an interesting point that like violence and like tabooish topics are just innate parts of humanity. Like we're interested in them because they're technically bad by societal standards, but they are
because they're like taboo. It makes you want to see it.
Yeah,
that's why. It's again why like people watch like when Live Leak was a thing. I like the orange like almost Halloween like text.
Me too. Reminds you a lot of like that second Halloween movie too, or sorry, the third one.
Yeah, cause Season of the Witch, kind of. I love Season of the Witch.
I've never seen it, but I mean, I watched the kill count back in the day of fucking Dead Meat, so I've kind of quasi seen it. Go back to the film for a second. Yeah, it's just it tackles these really taboo topics in such an interesting way, and I'm thinking about that line like "Long live the new flesh." It's such a interesting line. Like, I mean, is it more like us like taking control of ourselves again, maybe? But in the modern world, I mean, like, what's bad or taboo, especially in the context of this film, it sells a lot because it is taboo and it's meant to be like what's more interesting, you know? A little goofy and like a couple bits of dialogue are kind of funny, especially that one like Bianca Oblivion girl.
That whole scene is kind of
like
bad.
Her lines are sort of a little corny, but she's more of like a thematic motivator, you know?
Yeah.
At least that's kind of what I view her character as. Same thing with her father. But ultimately, I like what the movie has to say. It's shot pretty well. Music is eerie and fits. Lighting's pretty good too for most of it. There's very few bits where it's like exceptional, but at the same time, it just does what it needs to do. Toronto's an interesting location. Man. I think I'll give it like a solid 8 out of 10 though.
Just thinking either a 7 or 8.
Yeah, it was
a
very good.
I really like it. Very underrated, I would say.
I think The Fly gets a lot more. I mean, The Fly is more iconic considering it has Jeff Goldblum and the funny ass effects, but this one's a lot smarter, I think. It does say the word Videodrome a little too much, but
they do say Videodrome a lot.